And they did a great job last week against Atlanta, picking up the blitz.
Quick snap. Smith throws it open at the 4. 3rd and 7. Smith protected. There's room to run for a first down. And the 10-year veteran is going to get it. Going down. In motion, D. Eskridge. Geno Smith flips to one of the tight ends, Parkinson. And he's knocked inside. All right, both Lockett and Metcalf, top of your screen. Geno Smith goes the other way for the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks! It's Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown catch of the year.
Can that change there? Sees a little bit of a tell on that defense, makes him want to change the play.
3rd and 5, blitz is on. Goff gets rid of it, but short of the first down of the tackle made right away.
Get that thud in practice instead of just that little air tag thing, and guys come out and tackle a lot better.
Jack Fox, terrific punter, has not had one blocked. Tyler Lockett on the return. Ball's out, and the Lions have it. As he fell at the 29, the ball went across the 30, and Detroit comes up with a special teams recovery. Fake to Jamal Williams. Time for Goff for the end zone. Hawkinson, touchdown Lions! There's a flag at the 20. 32-yard connection, the extra point. Again, Eberle misses to the left. Smith from the pocket, fire open is DK Metcalf. Hit hard. Jeff Okudah lines up against Metcalf. Geno Smith's throw is back to Metcalf. Middle. On a 2nd and goal, Smith will keep. Big hole in the middle. Geno Smith runs it in for a Seahawks touchdown. He had a 17-yard run on their last possession to help set up the touchdown pass. This time he runs it in from 8 yards out. You saw Ben Johnson, who now calls the plays. Into Jared Goff, who's protected and open, incomplete. Fox is on to punt. And it's a fake. And open is Quentin Cephas for the first down. He's only had 1 carry. That's his 2nd. And he's moving upfield. He's given up on the Lions in that opening quarter. The first points they've allowed in the first quarter this year. That's Craig Reynolds. Shakes loose. What a pickup. Woolen made the stop.
Gets a tip of the ball.
Coming over from the Chargers now. 3rd and 14. Goff has a moment. Is going deep and over. So Dominic Eberle comes on. Missed the extra point. From 49 yards away, got it.
Redemption.
Boy, he's playing with that upright. This one was right.
Because he knows what this guy can do, and he's Pete Carroll's kind of back. Size and mentality.
3 tight ends, the handoff to D. Eskridge, and the diminutive. But one of the best quarterbacks this season against the blitz, Geno Smith, has been. Detroit got him there. Stepping up. He's going to run a lot of real estate and slides around the. Flyers kick is up there. It's out there. And
not having 2 of the top 3 receiving targets and that speed with DeAndre Swift coming out of the backfield.
Pass is complete. Up near the. He's like, yeah, it's the Lions. It's easy. Now it's a different story as a Lion. Off with time, throws one, catch made. Ball comes out at the 46-yard line. Khalif Raymond caught it, hit the ground, fumbled it, and the Seahawks have the takeaway. Jordan Brooks with the football. Smith for Metcalf, who's open. DK Metcalf trying to put a move on. And Metcalf down inside the 2-yard line. A good catch and carry. Deshaun Elliott kept him from getting a touchdown. A pickup of 54 yards. Geno Smith wide open. Noah Fant, touchdown Seahawks. 6 penalties now accepted on the Lions. Goff. Throwing and catch made. made. It's Tom Kennedy for a first down.
Saw him buying time with his legs, getting the ball downfield, guys rising up, making plays.
Jamal Williams has a bit of a hole, dragging. There he goes again, and that's on target for a first down. They're trying to break a tackle, Hawkinson, but falls around the...
You've got to get it secured against your side. He had that ball to the outside and couldn't put it away.
Goff, sideline throw, and the catch inside the 10, moving to the end zone. Josh Reynolds just short. It'll be first and goal for the Lions.
Even for the 6'5" TJ Hawkinson.
Quick snap. Jamal Williams powering forward. And he is short. Williams, and that's going to be a touchdown, Lions. Jamal Williams. He's not going to dance. Just a little. Thank you, Jen, and the Pete Carroll conversation. It was finished and physical. The defense has been physical as Goff has been sharp, but this is intercepted by Tariq Woolen, and he's going to take it back inside for a Seahawk touchdown. Wow. On 3rd and 8. Goff is going to go down, sacked, back inside the 28-yard line.
Such a great job a week ago against Justin Jefferson, struggling today against DK Metcalf.
Rashad Penny cuts through. Penny is loose, and down the sideline he goes, run out of bounds at the 26. Here comes the rush. Wide open, but short of the first down is Metcalf. Goff throws, and Khalif Raymond diving and hangs on. Williams with a big hole. Jamal Williams, can he take it to the house? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Lions.
They blitz them more than anybody. Aaron Glenn very aggressive.
Geno Smith well protected, and Metcalf open in the middle, knocked down. We'll see. Time for Geno Smith. Winds up and throws to Lockett. That looked like a grab. Smith fires, going back.
Get those calls communicated.
Rashad Penny straight ahead. Rashad Penny is going to take it in for a Seahawk touchdown. What a turn of events. Well, I think they're still frustrated. Their defense got a stop on a curious play there where the officials said they stopped play because of a play clock that needed to be reset. It's history now. The completion to Hawkinson, who slips a tackle, and he's going to get a first down. And he stayed in bounds. They did not rule him out. Hawkinson inside the 5. First and goal, Lions. Jamal Williams running downfield with him, trying to block for him, and he remains the back on 2nd and goal. Fake to him, Goff throws, end zone, flag down, catch made, touchdown, Lions, Josh Reynolds. Goff throws, they got it. Catch made, who else? Hawkinson. From the 15. Geno Smith to throw, and open short around the 25 is Tyler Lockett.
Before the snap here, we'll see if he has something dialed up. Single coverage on the top.
Smith to run and has room for the first down. He'll get it and slip out of bounds across the 37-yard line.
But this defense has to bow up right here, have to get extra hands to the ball.
Smith to his tight end Parkinson, who is going to get a first down. Smith open as Lockett. Falling in. Geno Smith to throw. Floats one for the end zone and knocked away from Lockett. He was trying to get it to Tyler Lockett, but Amani Oruwariye made the play. No hesitation. Pete Carroll, he doesn't go for it on fourth down over he's total opposite of Dan Campbell. And a field goal by Myers is good.
The kick is good.
Dive by it, but you wonder in the back of his head, given his kicking situation. That's a first down catch from Hockenson, who's adding to his career day, his 5th grab of the game.
Smart. And you may not need to get all the way to the sticks because of Dan Campbell's mindset. You know that he would go for it on fourth down.
Goff has room to run. He's floating it for Raymond. Goff fires. Caught. It's Reynolds. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
And that gives you a little bit more flexibility as a play caller as well, knowing that you don't have to necessarily get it all the way into the end zone.
Goff for the end zone. It's a touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. What a game he is having. Geno Smith, the throw, open and has the first down. Lockett at the 46-yard line of Detroit. They're going to run it and get the first down. Rashad Penny, touchdown, Seahawks. Including a well-timed bathroom break from DK Metcalf. This game has had everything. Goff has 10 late comebacks and a nice throw and catch. That's Reynolds. With 2 minutes to go on a 2nd and 1. All 3 timeouts. That's good enough for a first down. Craig Reynolds wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Goff throws underneath Hockenson with a first down. Hockenson to the goal line, just short. Every second matters for the Lions. So Seattle's defense got there at the right time to keep him from reaching across the goal line. Yeah, but he's got the muscles. So that's what matters. Goff. It's going to be the touchdown Lions. Justin Jackson out of the backfield. A special teamer forced to play more because of the inactivity and the injury to DeAndre Swift. 2 teams fighting for that 2nd win. In week 4, the kick has to go 10 before the Lions can grab it. It's loose. It hit a member of the Seahawks and bounced away, and everybody diving for it. 3rd and 5, 1 timeout for Detroit. From the 41 of the Lions. Penny, can he do it one more time? Yes, he can! It seems like when the Seahawks needed it the most, they gave it to him, and he ran through the Lions. Seahawks will go on to 2-2, and the Lions will fall to 1-3.